more breaths. And hanging your arms nice and slowly, palming up slowly, stacking each vertebrae one on top of the other, making your way up to standing, feeling each part of your spine as you come up into mountain pose. So standing at the tops of your mats, big toes touching, small gap between the heels, straightening through the legs, lengthening through the spine, rolling shoulder blades back towards each other, palms facing the front. Deep belly breath in. Exhaling, the hands come together. Inhaling, reaching up the ceiling, deep belly breath. Exhaling, swan dive to the forward fold, hands on the floor. Inhaling, the right foot steps back into runner's lunge. Holding the breath, kicking back to plank. Exhaling, knees to the floor, chest between the hands, chins on the mat, bums in the air. As we inhale, slide down to cobra, pressing hips down, lifting shoulders. Exhaling, tucking toes and lifting hips, down facing dog. Looking between the hands as we inhale, stepping the left foot between the hands. Exhaling, right foot between the hands. Inhaling, reaching through the whole of your body, pressing down through the heels. Exhaling, returning to Tadasana, mountain pose. And again, breathing in. Exhaling, the hands come together. Inhaling, pressing down through the heels, reaching through the fingers. Exhaling, swan dive to forward fold, hands on the floor. Inhaling, stepping the left foot back onto runner's lunge. Holding the breath, kicking back to plank. Exhaling, knees to the floor, chest between the hands, chins on the mat, bums in the air. Inhaling, sliding to cobra, pressing hips down, lifting shoulders. Exhaling, tucking toes and lifting hips, downward facing dog. Looking between the hands as we inhale, stepping the left foot between the hands. Exhaling, right foot between the hands. Inhaling, reaching through the whole of your body, deep belly breath. Exhaling, returning to Tadasana, mountain pose. Last round, deep breath in. Exhaling, hands come together. Inhaling last time, reaching through the whole of your body, bit of a back bend, pushing hips forwards. As we exhale, swan dive to the forward fold, hands on the floor. Stepping and jumping back to a plank. Half press up, chaturanga, nice and low to your mat, elbows close into the body. As we inhale, coming through into upward facing dog. So pressing on the feet, lift the knees, lift the hips, pull the chest forwards, shoulder blades coming backwards, breathing into that open space in front of you. Breathing into the back bend. Two more breaths. And then coming onto your knees, coming to all fours. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take your right hand forwards, left leg behind, find length. Bend the left knee, and then grab the inside of the left foot with your hand. Hooking the foot, holding to the ankle, trying to lift your foot as high as you can, holding on to the left ankle. So the left arm is strong, locked in, anchored down. Left heel is driving upwards, and a bit of a back bend as you hold onto your foot behind you. Two more breaths. And then coming back to all fours. Reaching the left hand forwards, right leg behind. Again, bend the knee, grab the foot. So it helps if you hold the foot from the inside, as this will prevent your knee from flying off towards the right side of the room. So you want to keep the right knee going back behind you and try and bring the foot in the middle. So if I can see from the front, foot's coming straight up behind. Two more breaths. And then coming back down to all fours. Coming down onto your elbows, grab a hold of your elbows to bring them directly underneath your shoulders. And then bring your palms together in front of you, crossing the thumbs. Deep breath in. As we exhale, lunging forward, chin tap on the mat, above the fingers. Inhaling up. Exhaling, bum to the heels, forehead onto the mat between the arms. Inhaling, calming up. Exhaling forwards. Inhaling up. Exhaling backwards. Inhaling up. Just make sure your elbows don't slide away from each other. So that is option 1. Option 2, tuck the toes, lift the knees, continue with the chin taps. When you come back through the arms, crown of the head presses to your mats as you press back through the heels. And of course, if you want it, option 3, same as option 2, one leg up in the air. Two more chin taps, coming all the way over the fingers, chin touching the floor. And then after your second, coming to a neutral position. Releasing your palms, placing your hands flat on your mats in front of you, forearms are parallel. Dolphin variation of downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift the knees, lift the hips, pushing the floor away, keeping your head high away from your mats. For more weight on the shoulders, bring the feet closer towards the face, hips higher up in the air. Strong breaths, push the floor away. Keep pulling your head through your arms towards the back of your mats, and again high away from the floor. One more breath. And then lifting both elbows at the same time, coming straight into down facing dog. Rolling forwards into a high plank, and then very slowly lowering down, belly and chest landing at the same time. So, when you're down, arms along the floor, in line with the shoulders, palms on the floor. Looking to the right side of the room, throw your right toes to your left fingers, your left hand. So just throw the foot as close as you can. If it doesn't reach, doesn't matter. No, hands stay as they are, just send in the foot. There you go, that's it. So yeah, wherever the foot lands, leaving it there, the weight of your leg twisting you through the spine. Feel the openness in that left shoulder, left chest. Breathing through the spine. One more breath. And coming back onto your mats. Same again, going the other way, so throwing the left toes to the right fingers. Again, wherever the foot lands, leaving it there. Just twisting through the spine. Two more breaths. And then coming back onto your bellies. So leaving the left hand where it is, right hand on your mats. As you push off the right hand, press your left shoulder down to the floor, and then roll onto the left side of your body, looking up towards the ceiling. So you can stay here, using your right hand to push yourselves more into that twist on the left shoulder. If you want to go further, and if you're able to bring the hands together behind the back without moving the left hand, then clasp the fingers and push the arms away, elbows locked in, shoulder blades coming in closer. Head off the floor, so all the weight is going through the left shoulder. So this is level 1, level 2, bend the right knee, Place the right foot on the floor behind the left knee. Level 3, both feet on the floor and knees together. And level 4, dropping your legs the same direction as your arms. Use your breath. Massage the shoulder, the armpit, the chest. One more breath. And then coming back onto your mats. So same, going the other way, right hand stays where it is, left hand on the mats. Sorry, right arm along the shoulder. Pressing the right shoulder down, pushing up the left hand, twisting, looking up towards the ceiling. And then again, either hands together behind the back or staying as you are. Level 2, left foot on the floor, left knee is bent. Level 3, both feet on the floor, knees together. And level 4, dropping your legs towards your arms. Two more breaths. And coming back onto your mats. Bringing your arms in front of you, so right arm in front of the left arm. Walk your hands as far away from each other as you can, tie them in a knot, and then bring your head over your arms and feel the weight pulling on either one or both of your shoulders. If you're not feeling much here, or you'd like to feel more, tuck your toes, push yourselves forwards to bring more weight over the arms, your head further over the arms. Every breath breathing into the floor. Every exhale pulling your belly button into the spine. Softening into the shoulders, softening to the arms. Lifting to your breath. And then easing out, coming back up. Swapping the arms over. So left arm in front of the right arm, and then again walking the hands away, dropping the head over, letting go with every exhale. Three more breaths. And then coming out and just coming onto your elbows, grabbing a hold of them to bring them directly underneath your shoulders, and then placing your palms flat on your mats, forearms parallel, calming to Sphinx pose. So pressing through the forearms, through the elbows, lifting your chest as high as you can, drawing shoulder blades backwards, getting nice and deep into the lower back, feeling into either side of your spine. So we're going to go through a few back postures, a little back sequence. Each one will be stronger or deeper than the previous one. So just be mindful, listen to your backs, listen to your spines. If it's too much, return to the previous option or just rest. Lay on your mats. So for a deeper Sphinx, bring your elbows closer and towards you, trying to lift up higher. From here, lifting your elbows, but not locking the arms in, so keeping the weight in the lower back, driving the hips down, opening the chest forwards, drawing shoulder blades backwards. Now, as we lift up higher, be mindful that your hips don't lift away from your mats. If your hips come away, you don't have the flexibility in your spine to go up any higher. So just go as far as you can with the hips still in contact with the floor. But otherwise, you can bring your hands in a little bit closer, a bit more of a lift in the lower back. Again, keeping the elbows bent, keep the weight in the lower back, working the strength of your muscles. And then taking the weight out, locking the elbows in, just working purely on flexibility here, so really opening up as much as you can, and up to you, again, mindful of your hips, but otherwise bring your hands as close as you like, pulling shoulders away from the ears, as maybe you look up towards the ceiling, and really breathing through the spine and into the back. And slowly lowering down, coming down onto your mats. So take a moment, allow your back to settle, to rest. And when you're ready, you're bringing your arms underneath you. So if I could see you from underneath, you would look like this. So laying on top of your arms, pinky fingers touching, and then chins on the floor. So focusing only on the right leg, pointing your right toes to the back of the room, and then lifting the right leg as high as you can, trying not to use any other part of your body, just purely from the right butt cheek all the way down to the toes. 3 breaths, get the foot high. And lowering down. Same with the left leg, pointing through the toes, keep the leg long, and lift the leg high. Keep breathing. One more breath. And then bring the leg down. So it may help to bring your forehead onto your mats. There's now both legs together. Keep the feet together, lengthen both legs to the back of the room, and then lift both legs as high as you can, also pressing down through the palms, eventually your hips coming off your mats as well. So again, keep the feet together, long through the legs. Four more breaths. Keep the legs long, keep them high, pressing the palms, trying to lift the hips. Easing down, calming out, taking your arms out from underneath you. And then placing your hands one on top of the other, the fronts of your mats to rest your forehead on. Then bending your knees, taking your knees to be mat width apart and the big toes touching. And then from here, lifting your knees as high as you can. Working the bum. Keep breathing. onto your mats. So, a few more back postures, a little bit stronger than the ones we've done so far. So, coming into baby cobra, so remember just lifting through the chest, you should be able to take your hands off the floor and get the same level of work. So this is your cobra, baby cobra. From here, coming into king cobra, hands together behind the back, and then driving the hands backwards, lifting up as high as you can. So obviously, with your breath, you will rise and fall. Try and figure out if your breath in or breath out allows you to get the extra lift. Keep the breathing deep, keep it strong and long. And calming back down. So, that's king cobra. Next, we'll go for full locust. So, hands reaching for the back of the room, palms facing each other, and keeping the feet together. Everything is long, everything is lifting. So, keeping everything reaching for the back of the room, and also lifting up as high as you can. Again, try and keep the feet together. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the thighs. Whole posterior back chain of muscles. Squeezing in, activating. Everything lifting. 2 more breaths. Deep breaths. And lowering down. So, last one. Similar to locust, crocodile. So this time, in crocodile, when we bring the hands on the back of the head, we really want to make sure that we're bringing the elbows, we're trying to really squeeze them together in front of us. So we're bringing them forward, also pushing them away, so we can feel our shoulder blades opening, so we're really trying to get the elbows out in front. So, same as locust for the legs. Again, holding the back of the head, trying to bring the elbows together in front of you as you look forwards. So again, try and bring the elbows to touch, bring them forwards. That's it, push them away from you. Two more breaths. And lowering down. Have a rest, have a breather, stay here as long as you need. But when you're ready, coming into child's pose, any variation that you like. Breathing into those areas, those spaces that you've just worked. Whatever residual sensations and feelings there may be left over, just breathe into them and release as you exhale. Soften those areas of your body. Three more breaths. And then coming up, long through the spine, sitting on your bums. And coming onto all fours. So knees, this time mat width apart, and the big toes touching, hands under the shoulders. We're doing thread the needle with all 5 levels, okay? So if you're not too sure at any point, just come out, watch what everyone else is doing. but otherwise doing it together. So first of all, taking that right hand past the left wrist, over to the left side of the room until the right shoulder drops to where the left hand is. Bringing the chin to the chest and then up to the left shoulder to get the back of the head on the floor, looking up towards the ceiling, and then taking the left hand up towards the ceiling and then towards the floor behind you. So twisting through the spine, opening through the chest, breathing here. So plenty of work already happening. Welcome to stay here. But for level 2, bring the left toes out, tuck the left toes, and straighten the left leg. So left knee comes off the floor. You can push your hips further forwards to get more on the back of the head, back of the shoulders. Back of the left hand should be closer to your mats, to the floor behind you. Again, welcome to stay here, level 2. Otherwise, level 3, as you push through the left heel, lifting your left leg as high as you can up in the air. Keeping the left knee locked in, and the higher the foot, the more your left bum is working. Staying here, otherwise level 4, bend the left knee, grabbing a hold of the left foot and pulling the foot backwards as you push the hips forward. So driving the hips forwards, coming to a back bend, breathing here. Level 5, balancing on the right knee, the right toes come up, resting the left leg on the right toes, straightening through the left leg, and the left hand resting on the left hip. So, wherever you are, go to the next level, give it a go. The worst that will happen is you fall on your bum. So if your toes start to try and lift the leg, you're holding the foot, drive the hips forwards. And making your way out, coming back to your starting positions. So big toes together, knees now apart, hands under the shoulders, going the other way. So left hand past the right wrist, reaching as far as you can. Again, the shoulder pretty much comes to where the hand is. Chin to the chest, up to the shoulder, get the back of the head on the floor, looking up towards the ceiling. Releasing the right hand, bringing the back of the hand towards the floor behind you, twisting through the spine, opening through the chest. Deep breaths. So level 2, bringing the right toes out, tucking the right toes, and straightening the right leg. Trying to get more on the back of the shoulders, back of the head, back of the hand, closer towards the floor behind you. So option 3, as you push through the right heel, lifting the right leg as high as you can, up in the air. Get the butt cheek working. And when you're ready, slowly bending the right knee, grabbing a hold of the foot, pulling the foot backwards as you drive the hips forwards. Remember, we're looking for a back bend. And then balancing on the left knee, the left foot comes up to rest the right leg on the left toes. And straightening the right leg out, And on the head. Oh. Nearly. And gently making your way out. Coming to your mats. And then just making your way to lying on your backs. Bringing the knees into the chest, wrapping your arms around your legs. Give yourself a squeeze. Really use the strength of your arms as you exhale, pull the knees into the body, tighter and smaller. And then in that tighter, smaller space, breathing in even deeper. If you like, massage the lower back, circle the knees. One more moment to do anything that you want to do, something your body may be asking for. And then, when you're ready, making your way to Shavasana. Final relaxation. Space in the legs, space in the armpits, spread yourselves out. Try and bring every vertebra in your spine to make contact with your mats. And soften. Nothing left to do. Breathing easy, breathing naturally. Gentle breaths. Allowing your body to return into its natural state. Giving yourself this time to relax, to be still, to practice nothing but letting go. Letting go in your body, softening, releasing. Letting go in your mind. Whatever thoughts may pass through, pay them no attention. Focus on your breath. If your attention wanders, simply catch yourself. Come back to your breathing, staying in your body. No thoughts need thinking about.